So now we are live. Okay, so we are live. We'll do today an analysis of the Tesla stock and the Amazon stock. Okay, so let's first search Tesla. So it has gone down by 0.24% recently. Currently it's just trading at 1544. Okay, so previous close price is 13%, 1394. So it opened at 1396. Yeah, it has a market cap of 286 billion. So Tesla is now the highest, its valuation is highest among all the auto companies. It has surpassed Toyota. Toyota used to be the most valued auto company, but now it is Tesla. Remarkable achievement, right? Because Tesla was started just 10-15 years back, right? Whereas Toyota, Ford, General Motors, BMW, all other big auto companies have been there for decades now, but Tesla has been disrupting the industry for the last at least for 10 years now. We'll see some charts, right? How has the price changed over time? Okay, so this is this is from the starting of the 2020. There's a remarkable change, right? You see the trade, it was trading somewhere around like 600 at some point in this year, and now it is 1500. I mean, you can't imagine, right? It's like over 100%, in fact 200% increase in the stock price. It's an amazing increase in the stock price. I mean, imagine you have invested your money in the Tesla stock, it would have doubled, more than doubled by now. So we'll see 6 months average, 6 months trend. Well, yeah, so initially it went up, right? Then you see that it went down a bit, and then it went on a rally. Okay, so we'll see a 1 year period. You see, before 1 year it was trading at somewhere around less than 300. Now it is trading at almost 1500. In fact, it has surpassed 1500. That means 5 times in a year time. It has, the stock price has increased by over 500 percent. That is an insane growth, right? I've never heard of a stock growing that fast. Imagine you had invested money. I wish I had invested money in Tesla stock. I'm not sure if this will continue, or will this be reversed, as in the stock price will start going down from here on. It could be the case, right? It could be in the case, but I'm not sure why there is a sudden increase, in spite of the fact that Tesla is not a very profitable company. But in spite of that, its stock price is doing amazingly well. Something that is difficult to understand as to why this is happening. Alright, we'll also see Amazon. Okay, but before that we'll also see some other aspects of Tesla. Okay, so in a 2 year time, let's see. But I think from the first one, I mean, if you see a 2 year period time, for the first 1.5 year, it's almost it's a flat, right? It was somewhere around 280 to 90, below 300, close to 300 for the most part of the period. and then beginning of the 2020 it started going up. For a brief period it started going down, right, from yeah, mid February to mid March. For a month, about a month, the stock price started going down, but it recovered from there, and it's increasing since then. Let's say from the 5 years time. I don't know when Tesla went public. I think, yeah, like for the first 4 5 years, if you see, that's very interesting, right? There is hardly any growth of the stock, right? Started at 240, and the highest that you see somewhere here is about 320. That's like, yeah, some, definitely some increase, but not the kind of increase that you see right now. Nobody had expected that Tesla will be valued at this price. I mean, yeah, none of the valuation expert will would have thought that Tesla will be so highly valued. Right? It could be speculations, right? It's not that the value of the company has increased so drastically. It could be purely speculation that Tesla will be the market leader, but yeah, nothing can be said about it. But if you have invested money in Tesla, I think enjoy the show, right? That's all I can say for now. All right, we'll see some more statistic actually, right? That's very interesting to see some statistics, some company outlook, like how it looks like. Okay, so I can't access that because it's only for the premium customers. So I'm not a premium customer, so I can't. Conversion. Okay, conversation, as in, okay, what people are talking about. Yeah, so what people are saying that in the history of Tesla, you see an increase of 173 points, and it's the highest from 1376 to 1549. Quite significant increase. Yeah, so that's it's very interesting, right? In just one day, the Tesla's market value increased by 22 billion, and that's pretty much close to Ford's market value, entire market value. Ford's entire market value is $24 billion, and Tesla gained $22 billion in just one day. What is happening with Tesla? I don't know. I mean, this is unbelievable, right? And people are also talking about that. It's unbelievable. Uh, Jesus. Uh, so that's another interesting fact someone has given. I don't know. I'm not taking responsibility of these numbers, but I assume that these are correct. Tesla is not only the world's most valuable car company. That's something that we knew from last week. Tesla is now valued more than Toyota, the world's second automaker, uh, and Volkswagen, and world's third automaker combined. That means it is bigger than its next three competitors. I don't know what explains this, and this has happened in the last 3 months. I don't know what has happened to Tesla in the last 3 months, but this is something that you see. Any more interesting comments? Yeah, I think one of the reasons why Tesla is doing is also not just because it's car business, but also it's the batteries that is making, and yeah, so that's also the fact that Tesla brand is also is doing quite well. Um, yeah, another interesting comment is that anyone really thinks that Tesla is worth 7 times more than its year ago, which was what we saw, right? Like some time back we just saw that Tesla was just 1/7 of its current valuation a year back, just over a year back. So it is very difficult to believe that in a year time its valuation has increased 6 to 7 times. It's very difficult to believe. I don't know. It could be purely speculation, right? And it's very likely that the stock price will only go down over time from here on, or probably it could go up some for some more time. and they start going down. Currently its valuation stands at 257 billion. It used to be 96 billion, like 3 months back. In March it was valued at 96 billion, and towards the end of 2019 it was valued at 75 billion. In September last year it was 43 valued at 43 billion, and in June last year, which is an year um, back, it was just 40 billion, and now it is to 57 billion. That's like more than 6 times, that means almost 7 times. All right. Historical data. But what explains this is something that's not very clear. Some interesting facts about Tesla. Its CEO Elon Musk is a celebrity CEO. He's the co-founder and director. His pay is just 3,000 US dollar, and then its CFO makes a money of around 270K. Then there's some other executives who are making. Interesting thing is that among the top executives, the executive that makes the highest money are the people who are working in engineering teams, who are making in excess of 300K, more than the CFO, more than the CEO, which is also very unique, because in most organizations it's the CEO, CFO, COO, they make the most money, but here the engineers or the top technical people are making the most money. So that's it also shows that how much uh, technology gets importance in Tesla. Okay, if you see the total revenue, it is 26, some 2.6 billion. Is it that less? Profit is just 4 million profit. So Tesla doesn't make any money. In fact, its net income is in negative. That means it's making losses, right? In 2019 also it has made losses. In 2020 also it has made losses, right? It's negative, so it is making losses. Every year it is making losses. But imagine, it's a loss making company, but its valuation is highest among all the other auto companies. So who are the shareholders of Tesla? So 21% is by all insiders, that means people who are working in Tesla, and then about 60% by institutions. Yeah, some of the big people who are involved is JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Vanguard. Right? These are some of the top uh, investment companies, and they hold shares of Tesla. Okay, we'll see then Amazon. Enough of Tesla. Okay, let's see what's happening with Amazon. It's another unique company, right? It's also a loss-making company. It's not making profit, but its stock is also on rally. So we'll see actually what's happening with Amazon now. Okay, so there's not a great increase last year. It started at 3182. It ended at no, that's not correct. It opened at 3191, so it's a slight increase, not a great increase. You see the chart. We'll see the chart. Okay, it's also on a rally, but we'll first see 1 month. So Amazon stock has also gone up quite drastically actually in the last few years, and you can expect that during the corona time. You can expect that Amazon would be doing very well because the online shopping market is doing very well. So you can expect that, right? So that's something you can expect, and that is what is happening here. Right, it was somewhere around 2700 before in the beginning of the, I think, even month back it was 2700 somewhere there, and now it is 3200. The significant increase. Well, let's just see where was it before the coronavirus. Okay. So it was, hmm, yeah, around 2200. Now it is at 3200. Significant increase, right? We'll see on a yearly basis, on a 1 year time. Yeah, it was somewhere 2000, then for a very long time, right? You see here, for a very long time it was somewhere around 1500 US dollar, but now it is 3200. The most interesting thing is if you see it 5 years period. If you see a 5 year period, it was less than 1000 at some point. Like just 5 years back, it was somewhere around 600 700 US dollar per stock. So Tesla has increased its value over 5 times in the last 5 years. But the story of, so it's not Tesla, sorry, it's Amazon. But the story of Tesla is even more interesting, right? In just about a year, it has increased by 7 times, and Amazon has increased by 5 times in just about a year. Okay, so these are two companies which are the most interesting companies in the world right now. That these two companies are making no money because they are not profitable. They are unique in a way because they are more tech type companies. They are disruptor in their own field. Amazon being Amazon anyways is a monopoly. It has, yeah, barely any competition in its area. Tesla is a disruptor, but it is also doing very very well in terms of at least brand voice. I'm not saying that it is making profit, which is it is not making any profit, but in terms of brand, yes. We'll see some financial of total revenue. I think it has a revenue of 29 billion or something. Let me see what's the profit. Well, it is profitable now, right? I was thinking that maybe it's not profitable, but there's some level of profit, but very tiny, right? Compared to the size of Tesla, its profit is just peanut. So it is as good as not making any profit. Alright, so what else we will see? We'll see some conversation on interesting conversation happening here on Amazon. People are curious to know if someone's still buying Amazon, or is it the highest that you can get? As in, is it time to sell Amazon, or will you still hold on with Amazon? Will still be with Amazon? Well, that's yeah, you never know. Well, another company that is interesting is also, I think, Apple. We'll see what is happening with Apple. I'm not going to spend much time, just a chat. Okay, I expect it is the same. Like Apple was also about 150, and now it is 365. So in a 5 year times, Apple has increased over 150%, which is quite impressive, but not as impressive as Amazon, and nowhere close to Tesla. So Tesla is a clear winner in the, yeah. So people who bought Tesla a year back, I think they must be now enjoying. Great. So thanks for the time, and we'll close it for today.